Niago.
Yep. And then Brianna Brady, Jalen Clay, and then John Margarites.
Margarites.
Yep.
And it's Marina Iwodu.
I think it's Iwodo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iwodo is the leading scorer.
Okay.
Marina Iwodo. 11.5 points per game, 7.3 rebounds.
11.5.
Yeah.
And then 7.3, is that what you said?
Yeah. So she leads the team in rebounding and scoring.
Okay.
Right behind her is Janin Otto. Transfer from New Mexico. 10.5.
Who leads the team in assists?
And it's Daphne Niago.
Yeah, Daphne Niago.
Good question. Check with Clint. Or you see stripes right there? He'll know.
I think Janin Otto leads the team in assists as well. It says she's got 30 so far in the year.
A little under 3 per game.
Yeah. See you do it.
They beat SUU, which beat us, right?
Yes. I don't think we've won on the road yet, have we?
No.
No. That was a tight one though. We lost 60-59.
Iwodo. They're on a 2-game winning streak.
Got starters right here.
Great. Iwodo.
We're on KSL TV app. It's the official name.
Okay.
YouTube, Facebook.
Okay.
KSL TV app.
What'd you think of Zach Wilson yesterday? Ben? He's not listening. What'd you think of Zach Wilson yesterday?
In the second half. Even though he was 8th grade, the offense is I didn't play college. I hope, and I'm very pessimistic about this, but I hope that the second half is how they do it. They gotta be a passing team that sets up the run. Not a run team. Because that's not what they were. That's not how we did when they tried to be. Well, and the offensive line's not good. He's probably 2 years away from that. Maybe next year. I don't know. He's a good coach. When he was there earlier, they were a great offensive team. Offensive line. Right. So that would be able to.
What's up, Coach?
Like Leach said it. How they did it yesterday was absolutely fantastic because they're like, oh, he in the second half, did he make a run? He made one run. And
on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garf Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos too by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garf Volkswagen. We hear you.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. Morehouse, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
Dear James, when you were born, I nicknamed you Lucky. But luck has nothing to do with it. You've created your own path. The hours in our driveway paved the way to state championships.
So James Harden, how does it feel to be MVP?
It feels great, In the desert, you grew your game, and you shattered expectations. It wasn't long until you suited up for draft day.
James Harden.
Looking back now, you've always been creative. Doing it your way, on your terms. You were dreaming big then, but when you left me that note, keep this paper, I'ma be a star. You were already my brightest star.
MVP, baby!
Step back three, bottom! James Harden!
And now, you're showing everyone else.
We're in the back really cooking food. You know, we take pride in all the food that we do. We make the meatballs from scratch. We make the pasta. What we're doing as a restaurant, making the community better, beautifying the community, increasing the culture in the community. And I think that that's such an important aspect to what we do as a restaurant, to recognize that our customers aren't just people who are coming in to dine with us, but they're part of our family.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Welcome to the UCCU Center, where the Wolverines are hosting the visiting Highlanders of UC Riverside. I'm Kyle Bruder, alongside yet again Matthew Biamonte. Matt, the Wolverines just come off of a victory on Thursday, trying to steal another win at home. They've yet to win on the road, but their home record has been pretty solid so far. What do you think we're going to see today from the Wolverines in their second game of this home stretch?
It's going to be a tight battle between the Wolverines and the Highlanders. The Highlanders have had some success in the state of Utah this year. They've beaten Southern Utah. They've beaten Weber State. They played Brigham Young University very close. So I'm expecting a tight basketball game between these two teams.
Who's someone we need to watch out for when it comes to the Highlanders today?
It's their leading scorer, and that is number 2, Marina Iwodo. She averages nearly 12 points per game. That's first on the team. She's also the team's leading rebounder with over 7 rebounds a game, so she is more than capable down low, on the glass, and the scoring threat as well, so you got to keep an eye out for her.
Now for Utah Valley, you know, there was a really big performance by Josie Williams. Went on a huge scoring tear, scored 10 straight in the fourth quarter, was a huge part in that win for Utah Valley. I mean, what do you expect to see from her, and who do you think is going to be the standout player today for the Wolverines?
I think more the same for Josie, but the player I'm going to keep an eye on, as usual, the team's leading scorer, Jordan Holland. She also had a big performance at home on Tuesday versus Weber State, and I expect her to lead the team in scoring yet again.
The tip is up, and it is controlled by the Highlanders. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get to your starters. First, starting for the Highlanders, we have number 2, as you mentioned before, Marina Iwodo. Also starting is number 3, Tiana Eaton. Starting as well is number 10, Kaylani Cooper. Also number 14, Janan Otto. And then the final starter for the Highlanders is number 24, Daphne Niago. And, of course, they are coached by John Margarides in his 15th season out of northeastern Illinois.
Jordan Holland gets things underway for the Wolverines. Nice to see her start with a made field goal. We've seen throughout this year that when she gets a bucket to start the game, that's usually an indication she's going to have a big game.
She's gotten off to cold starts and still even had some decent performances. But Matt, take us through the players on the floor for the Wolverines right now.
Starting at point guard, number 3, Maria Carvalho. At guard, number 23, Madison Grange. Also at guard, number 20, Alexis Cortez. At forward, Eve Braslis, number 14, and rounding out the starting lineup, also at forward, number 35, Jordan Holland.
Speaking of Eve Braslis, she's able to score off of the beautiful pass inside by Maria Carvalho, and the Wolverines go up 4-0 to start this game. Eaton running point. A wing 3 is no good. Cortez will come up with the rebound, and Utah Valley seem to be firing on all cylinders right now. Braslis.
Something to keep an eye on, too, is indeed the rebounding battle. In the Wolverines' wins, they're either out-rebounding their opponent or it's close. In their losses, they have a hard time rebounding, and right now they're leading the rebounding category 2-0, and especially on the defensive glass, if they can keep it to one shot and then get out on offense, that's ideal for this Wolverine team.
In that last game against Weber State, another thing that really stood out as Cortez shoots a step-back jumper that's no good, and Holland will pick up her first, kind of a frustration foul. Unfortunate. She went almost the entire game against Weber State without fouling, which was really impressive. But another impressive number I was going to get at was the turnovers.
Yes.
Utah Valley averages about 20, but they only committed 8 turnovers in that entire game, which was humongous in the victory.
And it was a tight game, and so any more turnovers may have swung the outcome. So in this Wolverine team, the lesson learned is if they can rebound and take care of the basketball, they are very dangerous.
Speaking of dangerous, Iwodo with a beautiful mid-range jumper puts the Highlanders on the board. Carvalho's going to take that high screen from Holland. Didn't have much real estate to work with and stepped out on the baseline, so that'll be a quick turnover on Utah Valley, their first today.
Even though that was a turnover, you see what Carvalho brings to this team. It's only her, I believe, 3rd game back from an injury that kept her out for a couple weeks. She is a pass-first point guard, always looks to get others involved. Exactly what this team needs from that point guard position.
Iwodo short on this jumper. Carvalho off and running. Didn't have numbers, so she's going to pull everything back and set up the offense. Braslis tries going over the top. Dangerous pass, but it works out in the Wolverine favor. Fortunately, the Highlanders were just not anticipating the pass. Could have been easily stolen, but...
First bucket for Cortez. She started the year about the first 6-ish games off the bench. She's been put into that starting lineup by Coach Nixon and is more than capable as a scoring threat.
Nice touch pass inside. The turn and shoot. Looks like Otto is going to get her first bucket today. Second in the team in scoring, 10.5 points per game.
She's also started all 12 games for the Highlanders this year. One of the biggest pieces offensively. They go to her early and often.
Grange, who has been a knockdown three-point shooter for the Wolverines as a freshman. She'll give it back up to Carvalho. 4 on the shot clock. Carvalho, tough shot. Can't connect, but Braslis forces the offensive rebound, and the long jumper is no good for Grange.
A 41% three-point shooter on the year is Grange, and that's a great look. You want her to shoot that every time when she's that open.
Jumper no good. Offensive board for Niago. Unable to connect, but is fouled under the basket. And mass subs coming for Utah Valley. 4 players are checking in. We have Jones, Jacobson, Leos, and
Williams. Look for the Wolverines to generate their offense through Josie Williams now that she's on the floor.
Great pass and a great shot by number 10, Cooper. Buries the long jumper, and UC Riverside takes the lead for the first time.
It's not their strength shooting the three. They're only shooting it at 28% on the season is UCR. So any points they get from behind the three-point line is a benefit to that team.
Holland drives and is sent to the free throw line.
74% free throw shooter on the year is Jordan Holland. No good on the first, yep.
One more coming for Holland. And this one is no good. She misses both, a rare occurrence for Holland. The Wolverines
leads
down
the
one.
team, Kyle, in free throw attempts by a lot. She's attempted 45 on the year. No one else on the team has attempted more than 30.
Wow.
That's one of her strengths. She's great at drawing fouls, and defensively, she's great at absorbing drives and drawing charging calls. So she's a really crafty player around the rim.
Iwodo unable to connect, but we will take a media timeout. We'll be right back in a moment. Stick around for some more first quarter action.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become? It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you. Place for you at UVU. Place to engage, to rise, to succeed.
To become.
Utah Valley got off to a nice start, going up 4-0. They're shooting 50% from the field on 6 attempts. But UC Riverside up by 1, 7-6. They've taken 3 more shots than Utah Valley, shooting at 33%. So, I mean, Matt, what has stood out to you so far from what we've seen in the first quarter? Not a lot, but what stands out?
Both teams feeling each other out. Wolverines playing good basketball. If they continue to play like this, I think they'll be in a good position. We also want to say thank you to all of you who are watching on the KSL TV app, also on YouTube and Facebook. Happy to bring this game to you.
Some mass subs just barely came in for the Wolverines, so we've yet to see an offensive possession by this group. And a foul committed away from the basket. Jordan Holland able to draw the foul, and Gabrielle Leos will inbound.
Josie Williams on the floor. She scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. Got to find a way to get her the ball where she's comfortable on the low block. She's a good rebounder, but her strength is scoring.
Yeah, got that soft touch around the glass.
There we go. Get her a touch.
Leos is going to have to fire one up, and a little bit short, tough shot.
Got to credit the defense there by the Highlanders. They did not allow UVU to get any good penetration near the rim, and it forced a long contested three-pointer.
Eaton goes down inside, and Otto ran into a bunch of traffic. Iwodo, top of the key, 5 on the shot clock. They'll have to fire a long 3, and it is good. Cooper knocks down her second triple today.
She's 12 of 42 from downtown. That's below 30% on the year, but 2 for 3. What a start for Cooper.
You know, it's interesting. The last game against Weber State, there was another player that shot, was it 17, 18% from 3, and ended up knocking down 2 or 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
UCR able to force a turnover. They lead by 4 with 3.5 to go in the first quarter.
I got to say, I am impressed with the Wolverine defense. You got to remember, this UCR team, Kyle, scored 26 points in the first quarter at Weber State in a big win in their last time out. And so Wolverines are doing a good job keeping their scoring down. However, they got to find a way to get better shots offensively.
They do. Holland is going to drive right at her defender, scoops it up with the left and scores.
That ends a UVU scoring drought that nearly lasted 4 minutes. And not coincidentally, that was their best field goal attempt in that span.
They've had a lot of offensive possessions that just haven't materialized or even had the opportunity to do so. Holland with a great defensive stop, hands straight up. Eaton was pleading for a foul call.
That was textbook defense, straight up and down. That's the definition of the verticality rule. Great job by Jordan Holland.
Williams picks up the dribble and is pressured heavily.
I'd like to see more touches to Josie Williams like this one inside the paint, even though that was high post.
It looked like that could have been a foul. You could see some contact on the wrist. No good on the 3-ball attempt. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mid-range jumper is no good from, got to make sure I pronounce this correctly. I think it would, oh man, I don't want to mess
Malou
it up.
Duker Gray.
Duker Gray, that's what it was. Malou Duker Gray.
Duker Gray with no points, no rebounds. That was her first field goal attempt. Nice offensive possession. I'm telling you, good things happen when you get Josie Williams the ball, specifically on the low block. She's only a freshman, but she shows incredible intelligence in terms of passing when a double comes, or if it doesn't come, backing her defender down, and in this case, drawing a foul.
Yeah, in that possession, they weren't necessarily trying to get it to her. It was kind of a broken play, but hopefully they learned from that the ball got to her hands, and it results in a trip to the free throw line where she has been efficient.
This team, they've shown throughout this season, which is nearing the end of non-conference play, that they're better when the offense starts from inside out with Jordan Holland, with Josie Williams, with Eve Brassless, who is a sensational scorer inside the paint. That's where it's got to begin, inside out.
2-point lead. The Wolverines have been able to trim it down. Nice pass inside, but Cortez, meets her at the basket. I think they're going to call this on Brassless. Yes, they do. So she checks in and immediately picks up her first personal foul.
I thought that was very good defense, and I think where they got the foul call was right at the end. Arms were straight up, but there was a little bump with the low body. And 2 possessions ago, you saw Jordan Holland. It went straight up and didn't move, and that's why the foul wasn't called. This time, her hands were up. The upper body was in great defensive position. It was the low kind of trying to move her off that position that drew the foul.
Cortez takes the outlet pass. Didn't really have an angle. Just over a minute left in the first quarter. Utah Valley down by 4 again. Carvalho. Holland is going to drive baseline. Tries going between the legs and results in a turnover. Would have loved to see her just attack the paint right there.
3rd turnover of the quarter for the Wolverines.
Catch and shoot, no good again for Duker Gray.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it, but it looks like
I don't think they're going to get it.
they're not going to get it.
Holland fakes the corner three. She'll flip it out. Carvalho will take the corner three. No good. Grange with the offensive putback.
Beautiful rebound and finish from Grange there. Only the second offensive rebound of the quarter, but a timely one to cut the lead to 2.
4 on the clock, gonna have to get a shot off, and they're able to get a wide open one. Cooper, she knocked down 2 threes earlier, but doesn't hit this one. The Wolverines down by 2, 14-12 after 1 quarter. We're gonna take a break here on the WAC Digital Network and other platforms. We'll be right back.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Wolverines trail by 2. However, defensively, they really cranked it up at the end of the first quarter where they held UCR to no field goals in the last 3 minutes, and the Highlanders were 1 for their last 8. So defensively, the Wolverines are right where they want to be. Offensively, it's been worse, but there is room for improvement. As a team, they shot 45%, but as you mentioned in the middle of the first quarter, it's the volume of field goals right now that is kind of keeping this offense from flourishing. Only 11 attempts in that first quarter, whereas the Highlanders took 7 more field goals. And you just got to credit UCR defensively. They're not letting the Wolverines take the kind of shots that they like to take. And they're closing off drives to the basket. And so UVU's got to find a way to generate some easy field goal attempts at the rim.
Utah Valley's turned into much more, I wouldn't say they're a transition team, but compared to previous years, it's a drastic difference. But we haven't seen any transition buckets from Utah Valley so far today. And like you said, you've got to give some credit to UCR for that. But back to something else that I thought that you brought up that was great as Utah Valley turns the ball over. They're still down 2. Only about 15 seconds off of the second quarter, but the Wolverines were able to hold Weber State to 5 points in the second quarter after giving up quite a few in the first. So Utah Valley's defense, when they're communicating and they are, in the positions they need to be, they can be really, really good on the defensive end. So if that can continue, if they can ramp that up a bit, despite the number of field, like the volume you were talking about, I think they might be in a pretty good spot. But time will tell. Utah Valley able to force the ball their way, and Brazlis will inbound.
Into the game is number 33, Ba'i Malufau. See if she can give a little energetic boost off the bench for Utah Valley. She's playing with the starting lineup.
Carvalho takes that high pick. She scoops it up with her left hand, way too strong.
Great defensive awareness there from Grange on the steal. But man, I'm really impressed with UCR's ability, specifically in transition,
they get back
to
fast.
get back into their defensive set quickly. Because it looked like there was going to be an opportunity there to dump it down to Brazlis, but that was closed off in a split second.
Grange into Carvalho, 20 on the shot clock. Brazlis wasn't in the best position, results in a Wolverine turnover. That is turnover number 4. Iwodo And Utah Valley able to force a turnover of their own. Cortez with kind of a dangerous pass. They'll go back to her. And another pass inside gets poked away. Great defense again by UCR.
Iwodo is just making it difficult on the low block.
Another turnover. Is that 4 straight turnovers? Cortez in the corner. They keep wanting to go inside to Malufau, but they're a little hesitant after those back-to-back pokeaways from inside the paint.
UCR is fronting everything. That's a nice little pick and roll. And a foul drawn by Malufau, but if they're going to front the entry pass, you got to find another way to get into the paint, which is dribble. So they need to set a few more high screens, penetrate off the dribble, and then that might open some bounce passes on the low block.
Carvalho taking her sweet time, able to get it into Grange, though.
Like to see a high pick and roll here with some penetration at the rim.
The pick did not come. Grange was waiting for it, and another pass inside. Utah Valley was bailed out. It was way over the head of Malufau, but Utah Valley will keep possession. 16 on the shot clock, and in comes Jordan Holland.
Credit to UCR, their defense. They're just not allowing Utah Valley to do anything they want to do. There's a lot of, not even dribbling, just standing along the three-point line, and it's hard to get penetration to the rim when the ball's not moving.
Braslis goes back the other way, finds a cutting Holland. No good. And we'll have a jump ball as Grange has really been everywhere, doing a lot of the dirty work. She reminds me a little bit of Taylor Christensen.
We need to mention this, but the height of this Highlander team is making it difficult for Utah Valley. Iwodo at 6'2". She's a forward. You got Otto at 6 foot. I mean, they've got 4 players that are 6 feet or taller right now. And it's affecting the Wolverines' offense.
Eaton able to bury the mid-range jumper. The lead is back up to 4. The Wolverines have been able to trim it down to 2 a few times. Malufau finally able to get a pass inside. She drop steps, has nowhere to go, and gets it snatched right away.
6 turnovers now for the Wolverines. Yet to score here in the second quarter.
Iwodo goes to her spot on that elbow, but unable to connect. Iwodo now, she's 4 points, 2 of 5 shooting with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Carvalho doesn't take the pick, but she will pull up for a mid-range jumper, rattles in and out, but back in again.
Beautiful shot from Carvalho, and that's kind of the offense I'd like to see a little bit more of, that high screen and roll and let the point guard read the defense. In that case, it was a mid-range jumper that falls for Maria.
Skip pass and a 3 on the way from Eaton, no good. Solid box out by Braslis, and Utah Valley with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Grange, no one coming up high. There's the second time we've seen Grange just kind of camp out and no one comes up to set a pick. Carvalho will step back. Back iron is no good, and not the best offensive possession.
I'm okay with it, actually. That's, I mean, a mid-range jumper that she's capable of hitting. I think that's one of their better possessions of the game.
3 is on the way and good from Otto. 7 points for her with 5 rebounds. Braslis on the baseline. Nice move inside. Crafty.
Braslis, nearly 50% field goal shooting on the year. That's right up there with some of the best in the Wolverine team. She's fantastic on the low block, as you saw in that last possession.
Nice defensive possession for Utah Valley as well. Braslis, she's a little passive, though. It seems like she only shoots when she knows she absolutely can get it there with ease.
All right, let's take a break here on the WAC Digital Network, where the Wolverines trail by 2.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Utah Valley down by 2. It's been kind of back and forth. The Wolverines have gone down by 4 a couple of times, been able to trim it down, but they can't hold on to it and get to a point where they can take a lead. It's been a little bit of a stagnant game, a lot of turnovers on both sides. There was a series where it was 2 turnovers each team in a row. What do you think Utah Valley needs to do a little bit better to be able to take that lead?
It's a loaded question. 9 turnovers combined between the two teams. I think the Wolverines just need to keep putting pressure at the rim. Whether it's the pick and roll, whether it's an entry pass down low, just continue to try and get close field goal attempts. Right now they're 2 of 7 in the second quarter. They've got to find a way to get easier field goal attempts.
Jacobson is back into the game, and she just gets blocked pretty bad. About 4 minutes left in the first half. Utah Valley bringing that trapping zone back, and I think we're going to have an offensive foul, a bit of a push-off. Jacobson may have sold it a teeny bit, but it results in a turnover.
3rd team foul on the Highlanders here in the second quarter, so maybe an opportunity. They can draw 2 more fouls to get in the bonus and get some easy points from the free throw line. Wolverines are 2 of 4 from there this morning.
Jacobson hesitates. Braslis will turn and shoot and bury the elbow jumper.
6 points now for Braslis. She's 3 of 3 from the field with 3 rebounds. She might have the hot hand here in the second quarter.
Cooper up top to Otto. Cooper, another 3. This one's short, but the offensive board goes to UCR. Just about another, but we'll have a jump ball instead.
Possession will go to the Wolverines.
Chance for Utah Valley to retake the lead. They've been down for a good chunk of this game. Jacobson trying to get some separation, but again, the defense from UCR has been really good. Holland attacks and is called for the offensive foul.
Second personal foul on Jordan Holland, and that's going to bring on Josie Williams. Can't afford to pick up a 3rd, so it looks like Jordan Holland will be done for the first half.
Under 3 to play here in the first half. 3 ball is on the way, and this is no good. A lot of threes coming from UCR. You said it's not necessarily their strength, but we've seen quite a few attempts because the Wolverines have been giving it to them. Williams looks like she got hacked, but the ball comes back to UVU.
Riverside, no points in about 3 minutes. Opportunity here for the Wolverines to take the lead.
Williams able to gather and put the ball in the hole. I love that she is there in the low block.
Absolutely. Where she's most effective. First bucket, that is the first field goal for Williams. She does have a pair of free throws. 4 points now for Josie Williams.
Otto inside, mid-range jumper is good.
Otto leads all scorers now with 8 points along with 5 rebounds. Strong performance from the transfer from New Mexico.
Kind of a fading elbow jumper. Tough shot is good for Leos.
Gabby Leos, we got to remember, she was a starter for the majority of last season. She had an injury to start the year. They're working her back in, but she is a very capable perimeter scorer. That's exactly what the Wolverines need.
Another 3 from Cooper. This one's no good. She is cooled down.
She was 2 of 3 to begin from downtown. Since then, 0 of 4, kind of back to her average at about 28% from the three-point line.
Jacobson tried to go inside to Braslis, and it is a kicked ball, but the Wolverines back up by 2, 1:13 left in the half.
This is a bigger lineup for the Wolverines. You got Braslis at the 4, Cortez at the small forward, and Josie at center.
Oh, Gabby Leos with another mid-range fading jumper.
4 quick points for Leos here in the second quarter, and the Wolverines have taken the lead. Good defense from Williams there to force a tough fadeaway jumper, and you can feel the momentum a little bit here in favor of Utah Valley.
Carvalho picked up the dribble.
They're trying to get the ball down low to Williams. She's got to make herself available. It's a battle down there to get position.
It's been a battle all day for any Wolverine down in the paint. They go up over the top. Great pass inside.
That's a foul.
No
Looks like
whistle.
she got pushed off. That's just the way the game's being called. You've got to adjust. It's been a physical game. They're letting them play. It's the way it is.
And the number of free throws attempted shows that. Not many for either team, just
6 combined free
6
throw
total.
attempts. Not a lot of fouls called, especially down low.
Off the glass, no good, and that is going to end.
Not
just
quite
about.
yet. The possession will stay with the Highlanders, and 0.6 seconds is enough for a catch and shoot.
Go inbound, quick shot. It's on the way. Was it off in time? I
Yes!
think it was. It's
Cooper, her third three-point field goal of the first half, leads all scorers with 9 points, cutting the lead to 1. But if you're a Wolverine fan, got to be happy with the performance in the second quarter. Not shooting it as well as you'd like. They're at 44%, which is below their season average, but the defensive effort has been there. Holding Riverside to 23 points in the first half is quite an accomplishment. Remember, I said this earlier, but the Highlanders scored 26 points in the first quarter at Weber State recently. And so to hold them below 26 in the first half, that's a great defensive effort.
It's huge. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back for the remainder of this game. Stick around for the second half.
Make some noise!
Let's do this.
Late.
Showtime, come on.
Creative, the world needs an answer.
Give us the answer.
Creativity is the answer. Never play on repeat. Put your own spin on things. Let a new wave begin.
All right, come on, let's go.
2 seconds.
Creators run the show.
We want the answer.
From the cage to the stage. Rise up from the streets to the pros.
So much.
Creativity is the answer to a world divided. Tear down those walls. Make worlds unite. Flip the script. Rewrite the rules. Creativity is the answer. Now over to you.
I came to college
college to play my sport, but more importantly, to earn a degree.
I'm constantly learning from those around me, my professors and peers, my coaches and teammates, and even my opponents.
There's nothing better than game day, battling side by side with my teammates.
The competition is what pushes me to be the best that I can be.
I take pride in my community and want to ensure that I am giving back and inspiring the next generation to do the same.
Eyes on me! I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garf Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos too by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garf Volkswagen. We hear you.
Only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
To rise.
to succeed.
To become.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from award-winning accounting to marketing and entrepreneurship programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
we're in the back really cooking food. You know, we take pride in all the food that we do. We make the meatballs from scratch. We make the pasta. What we're doing as a restaurant, making the community better, beautifying the community, increasing the culture in the community. And I think that that's such an important aspect to what we do as a restaurant, to recognize that our customers aren't just people who are coming in to dine with us, but they're part of our family.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
I do agree with the NBA's statement on that.
We'll come on in 1 minute. I'm so lazy, I'm not even doing my tickers. Memphis and Wake Forest right now, halftime.
Boring.
I know. Utah State opens up at Wake Forest next year.
Really? It's a winnable game.
Yep.
What do you think of the Gary Anderson hire?
It's not so much whether they're upgrading the coaches or anything like that. It's they want someone to stick around. They're sick of it. That's it.
Because they had better, well, better is a subjective thing, but they had some interesting options at people that were interested.
But they're gonna leave.
If they like, Rich Rod would have been interesting, but if he would have been,
he's gonna leave.
If he would have been successful, he would have been out for 2 or 3 years.
And the boosters would never have put up with Rich Rod. They don't like the boosters at Utah State hate douchebags, and Rich Rod's a douchebag.
Yeah. The other guy that was interesting was the old Oregon guy, Helfrich or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But same thing. I think that he would have used that as a platform to get back to a Power 5 job. So from that perspective,
or another Mountain West school. You pay him more. All right. 1 minute. We're gonna go on.
Okay.
Go ahead and update bowl scores or whatever. So especially if there's like a real roll in the queue. We'll come on camera.
been a low-scoring game here. Utah Valley, 24-22. It's been a battle in the paint. The Wolverines have been trying to score down on the low block, but credit UCR for making things extremely difficult for Utah Valley. The rebounding battle has been impressive, though. 19-19 for both teams. You mentioned earlier Utah Valley, they got to stay close in the rebounding battle or get ahead, or else they're in big trouble. So what have you seen so far in that category?
The Wolverines are fighting hard. I think the one area of concern is offensive rebounding, where there's a 4-rebound advantage in favor of the Highlanders. So, I mean, if you really look at the numbers, the score makes perfect sense. The Wolverines are shooting better. They've taken 7 less field goals, though, and because of those offensive rebounds, the Highlanders have been able to stay close, even though they're only shooting 28% from the field.
Elbow jumper is no good to start the second half off, and the Wolverines off and running. Carvalho gets her shot knocked into the stands, though. Didn't even see Cooper trailing behind her.
Cooper, a very good defensive player. Trying to get her height here. She's 5'9". She plays a lot taller than 5'9" with that athletic ability. She leads the team in scoring for the Highlanders with 9.
Matt, Utah Valley has yet to make a 3 today. They were 0-4 in the first quarter and then didn't take one in the second quarter. They averaged 3 or 4 makes a game as a team. Do you think that has played a role in why it's so hard for them to get the ball inside?
Yeah, absolutely. When you don't have that threat of the perimeter scoring, the paint, it collapses, and there's a lot more people in there, and so they've got to find a way to either get easier buckets at the rim or make some perimeter shots so the defense softens up.
Utah Valley able to force a missed shot, came up way short, and this shot was off the mark as well. The Wolverines still lead by 1. Just over a minute gone here in the third quarter. It's been really just kind of back and forth. Not a ton of scoring, a lot of defense. This shot just out by Otto.
It's been that kind of game for both teams where the ball just hangs on the rim and falls off. But got to credit both teams. The effort is still there, especially on the defensive end.
Grange up top. 10 on the shot clock for Maria Carvalho. Back out to Holland. Holland with a nifty crossover. She goes up, kind of scoops it into the bottom of the backboard. But the ball will stay with Utah Valley. That was a nice crossover. I didn't know she had that one in her bag of tricks.
Malou Duker-Gray has come in for the Highlanders. Quick sub as Jan and Otto will take a break.
Nice pass inside. Holland kind of gets it stripped on the way up, but Grange cleans it up and is fouled. She will head to the free throw line for the first trip of the second half.
Grange, 2 points, 5 rebounds for Grange at that shooting guard position. Tremendous effort and willingness to crash the boards for Grange, and she's rewarded with that made free throw.
She does have 1 steal as well. It's one of those players that really just does all of the dirty work, is right there wherever you need her. First free throw's good. She will shoot 1 more, and it is good.
86% free throw shooter. One of the better free throw shooters on the team. And in a game like this, every point that comes from the free throw line is an added benefit, as scoring is hard to come by.
It's been very hard to come by for both teams today. But as I say that, Otto makes me eat my words as she buries the jumper.
8 points now for Otto.
Holland can't get it to drop, but back-to-back trips to the free throw line for Utah Valley. That is a good sign.
Good things happen when you take it to the rim. Even if you get blocked or you have a good layup and it doesn't go in, can't be discouraged by that. You just got to keep pounding away at the rim, and the Wolverines are doing a great job of that here in the third quarter.
Holland missed her first 2 free throws earlier in the first half, but she buries both of them on this trip, so I'm sure that feels good to see a couple of those fall after missing 2 early. Josie Williams has checked back into the game for Utah Valley. She's been a presence in the paint and a big help for the Wolverines.
Great penetration and finish there from Tiana Eaton, the sophomore from Roland High School in Walnut, California. This feels like it's going to be a tight one all the way to the end.
We haven't seen either team go on any kind of run, really. It's only been a 4-point lead tops. Grange, three is good.
I've got to correct you on that. It's actually been a 6-point lead for Riverside. 4-point lead for Utah Valley, but there's Grange continuing to shoot the ball well from deep. She's at a 40% three-point shooter.
First made three for Utah Valley today. This three is no good for UCR, and Brazlis comes up with the board and is fouled. Third team foul on UC Riverside with 7 minutes to go in the quarter, so we may see some more trips to the free throw line for Utah Valley if that continues. No fouls so far for Utah Valley in the quarter.
We're also going to see Gabby Leos, who has checked in for Grange. Leos had those 4 points in the second quarter, and then an offensive foul away from the ball.
It's like Josie Williams got a little too physical with the screen. Some light full court pressure from Utah Valley. Eaton inside. Jumper is no good.
Excellent defensive possession. Leos out and running on the break. Again, the Highlanders so good at getting back in transition and closing off any fast break opportunities.
Cortez into the game. Didn't really have anywhere to go with it. 10 on the shot clock for Maria Carvalho. She hesitates. She's going to drive in, spin, and looks like she shuffled her, kind of slid that pivot foot a little bit. So that'll be a Wolverine turnover, number 9 for the game. Utah Valley with a 4-point lead, 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Fading baseline jumper in and out, no good for Eaton.
The Wolverines are forcing UCR to some really difficult shots. The baseline fadeaway, low percentage, great defense by Utah Valley.
Leos fakes, step back. This jumper no good. She hit a couple of really tough shots in the second quarter. Leos nearly comes up with a steal. Carvalho gathered the ball up, but it will be a foul on Carvalho. I love the active hands, though, from Gabby Leos.
Wolverines are increasing that defensive intensity. I like the move by Coach Nixon to extend that defense to almost a full court press. A lot of trapping.
Carvalho gambled, and it leaves Cooper open for three. No good. Ball will stay with the Highlanders.
Wolverines have done a tremendous job here in the third quarter of rebounding. It's worth noting they were out-rebounding Riverside by 1 at the half. Right now they have a 5-rebound advantage. And they're not giving any second chances, as you saw right there. It's one and done. Great defense and rebounding by the Wolverines.
Jacobson up top, Grange, now Holland. Jacobson looking for that high pick from Josie Williams. She'll hesitate, scoop it up with the left, gets it blocked. Holland, she'll clean it up, put it up and in.
Nice to see Jordan Holland get her first bucket of the second half. She did have that trip to the free throw line. And we've seen throughout Jordan Holland's career, when she's able to get to the free throw line, it just opens up her offensive repertoire.
It does. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the WAC Digital Network. Stick around.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Huh? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
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 I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant. With a purpose on the mission, you get to what you deserving. If it's worth it, you be on straight and narrow instead of swerving. Ignore the dream killers and doubters, cause they ain't perfect.
Dang, still a lot of doubters out there. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you for the motivation.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Utah Valley up 33-27, 4:35 left in the third quarter. I'm Kyle Bruder alongside Matthew Biamonte. Matt, what has stood out to you on the defensive end? It seems like the Wolverines have really done a solid job defensively here in the third quarter.
They're forcing the Highlanders into some really difficult shots. As a team, UCR on the season averages about 38-39% from the field shooting. Right now, they're below 26%. They're at 25.6% shooting. And what's really made their defense exceptional in the second half is they're forcing the difficult shots, and then they're rebounding the basketball. So they've only, the Highlanders, they've only committed 5 turnovers, so they're taking care of the ball. But the Wolverines are forcing them into low percentage shots, evidenced by their team field goal percentage.
Yeah, it's 10 more shot attempts from UCR compared to Utah Valley, yet Utah Valley shooting 39%. The jumper is good for Iwodo. She has been cold for quite some time, but now her third bucket today, 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists.
And that was probably their best field goal attempt of the quarter. A little elbow jumper, high percentage.
Jacobson able to get around her defender, but a little too strong on the scoop. And an outlet pass. A little too strong. Cooper upset with herself.
First turnover of the third quarter for the Highlanders.
Not a lot of points off turnovers either way. 2 points for the Highlanders off of the 9 turnovers from Utah Valley and 4 points from the 6 turnovers.
What that really tells me is that the Wolverines are also doing a good job of getting back in transition and not allowing easy buckets off those turnovers.
Leos thought about the 3 and then took it a little late. Kind of shot it right into the outstretched hands of Iwodo.
Great call. That was exceptional officiating there, because Riverside was pushing the fast break, and I believe it was number 20. I want to get the name right. Duker Gray, who was running in front of Jacobson. I mean, it's a moving screen. You can't just block someone from getting to a defensive position. Great call.
Jacobson nearly lost it. She had Josie Williams, didn't see her cut. Holland for 3 is good.
Holland now, first Wolverine into double figures. And let's see if those 3-point field goals made here in the third quarter soften up the paint.
Otto will dump it down inside. Beautiful pass to Niago. Niago with her first bucket.
Freshman forward from France. She has a nice soft touch around the rim for the Highlanders.
They're looking for Josie Williams, and the long pass fortunately ends up into the hands of UVU. Holland floats it up, no good. Bodies hitting the deck everywhere.
Jacobson with the loose ball foul. That's the third team foul for the Wolverines with 2:21 here in the third. Brassless set to check in.
Eve Brassless with 6 points. She's 3 of 3 from the field. Just hasn't shot the ball very much, but those 6 points and 7 rebounds go a long way.
What a pass.
Otto has done such a good job finding the interior pass, and again, Niago, her second. Well, back-to-back buckets for her.
Otto leads the team in assists on the season with 35. She has 5 of them tonight. Really impressed with her playmaking ability.
Jacobson doing a lot of crossing. Had nowhere to go, but Leos has a quality look from the corner, and she buries it.
Oh,
Leos
a steal!
With the steal and the putback. Wow!
Largest lead now for Utah Valley at 8. Still in that trapping defense. Some momentum going their favor. There's 90 seconds left here in the third. They're able to push this out to 10, maybe even 11. That'd be quite the finish for the Wolverines here in the third quarter.
The shot is in and out, no good. Holland comes up with the rebound.
Got to take advantage of these moments when the momentum is in your favor. A chance to open up a double-digit lead. Under a minute to go here in the third.
Braslis kind of weaves through defenders. She puts it up, no good. Her first miss. And ends up with the frustration foul.
Quality look from Braslis, and it was halfway down. No complaints there, and a sub for Utah Valley. It's number 33, Malu foul.
Looks like Maria Carvalho will check in as well. But before that, a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break here as well. 50 seconds remain in the third quarter. We'll see you in a moment.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from award-winning accounting to marketing and entrepreneurship programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
The Wolverines have been going on quite the offensive run, 41-33. We got to go back to that play from Gabrielle Leos. Knocked down the wide open corner three, and then immediately after steals the inbound play and lays it up. Wanted a foul call as well, but that's been a huge momentum shift for UVU. The Wolverines shooting 40% from the field. They've knocked down 3 threes in the second half. They had 0 makes in the first, so you know we had a little conversation earlier about whether or not that maybe softened up the inside. It seems like the made threes have taken UCR's defense a little out of sync.
Yeah, the Wolverines are shooting, I believe, 75% from the three-point line here in the third quarter, and so when shots start to fall, it makes it a lot easier. And then the side effect positively is that your defensive intensity increases, and right now you're just seeing the Wolverines fly around. They're rebounding well.
Jones gets the ball stolen away. The shot no good. Iwodo puts it back up, no good. Braslis with the rebound, and I think we're going to have a jump ball. There was a lot of contact before that ever happened, but the Wolverines will get the ball back.
Luckily, the arrow in their favor, but there could have been several fouls called prior to that. 18.4 seconds left here in the third. A chance for the Wolverines to take their largest lead. We're going to have a... I don't get that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Possession now in favor of the Highlanders, and
it looked like she fell on top of Braslis. I'm not sure if that was a push, but
let's talk about something else, because
let's do that. 13.5 seconds left in the third quarter, and at the free throw line is Otto. 8 points, 3 of 12 shooting, 7 rebounds, 6 assists.
First trip to the free throw line for UCR since the first quarter. They're 3 of 3, and that speaks volumes to the quality of the Wolverine defense. Not fouling, not giving them free points. But for the Highlanders, that was a critical sequence where the lead could have been pushed to double digits. Instead, they're able to hold here. The lead is only 6, very manageable.
Holland, 3 players around her. They're going to find somebody open. Jones, she'll take a 3, but it's blocked. Carvalho has a chance. Off the front iron, no good, and it looks like time will expire. So 41-35 is your score after 3 quarters. It's still been a very tight game. But we'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll be right back in a moment for quarter number 4. Don't go away.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am? I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garf Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garf Volkswagen. We hear you.
The fourth quarter underway. A long 3-ball attempt by Duker Gray is no good. Cortez will go back to Maria Carvalho. Utah Valley was able to create some separation by knocking down 3 of 7 3-pointers in the third quarter alone. They didn't make any in the first half, but it seems like that's shaken up things for UVU as they lead 41-35. Carvalho gets the ball batted away. It's stolen by Cooper. Cooper's going to Euro step around Brazlis, no good. And a great job by Niago tracking down the offensive board, but unable to capitalize on the offensive possession.
Tough shooting day for Duker as she missed that last attempt. 1 of 7, 2 points for her.
Grange. Now Cortez. Cortez with just 2 points. Brazlis, she's going to turn and shoot. She takes some tough shots, but she is efficient. Only missed 1 so far today. She is 4 of 5 with 8 points and 9 rebounds.
She's got such a soft touch around the rim, that little baby hook. Such an effective shot for her.
Cooper fakes. She'll go up to the elbow for Iwodo. Her 4th bucket today.
8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Not the best shooting day for Iwodo, but she's been effective in other areas of the game.
Grange will dump it down inside. Brazlis swooping in, scoring with the left hand.
That's her game. She's so crafty in the low post. Back-to-back buckets for Brazlis, who's up to double figures with 10.
Straight up was Brazlis. Nice defensive play. Cortez off and running. She lobs it up. Holland is fouled.
Dangerous play there as she fell into Iwodo. Glad both players are okay.
You always got to cringe a little bit when someone hits the deck on a play like that, but looks like everyone's fine.
Holland will go to the free throw line where she's 2 of 4.
Make that 2 of 5. She misses the front end of this trip to the free throw line. Second free throw is good. Holland now up to 12 points with 6 rebounds. Holland won WAC Player of the Week honors just a week ago, so the improvement that she has made with her time here at Utah Valley it's been really, really fun to watch. I'm excited to see how she continues to grow.
6 rebounds now for Grange. And we have failed to mention this, but Eve Brassless, double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds for her.
Done it kind of quietly.
She's been effective in the second half.
Great
Gets that
pass.
one to go. Brassless heating up here in the fourth. Leads all scores with 12 points. She has been effective and efficient here in the fourth quarter. Wolverines have opened up their biggest lead at 11. Stick around. We'll be back in a moment.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? It's out for fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
The story has been Eve Brassless, who has come alive offensively as well as defensively. 12 points on 6 of 7 shooting with 10 rebounds. She is at a double-double with 7 minutes to play here and has helped the Wolverines open up an 11-point lead, their largest lead of the day.
Also, credit to the Wolverines defensively. They have held the Highlanders below their season average field goal percentage all morning long. UCR at 27% shooting from the field. Just a great defensive effort from Utah Valley.
And still, the number of shots taken, UCR has taken 11 more shots than Utah Valley. Free throw line jumper is no good from Eaton, but an offensive board, make that 2 offensive boards, and Otto puts it back up and in. Otto has had an all-around, really impressive performance. She hasn't shot the ball extremely well, 3 of 13, but 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Cortez will hand off to Maria. Brassless in the paint, she's doubled, has really nowhere to go. Fortunately, Grange was in the right place. Way too strong on the driving attempt.
4 quick points by UCR, cutting that lead to 7. And we've seen here in the second half that this full court pressure is making it difficult for Utah Valley.
Grange tried lobbing it up to Maria Carvalho, and Carvalho, she thought that it was for somebody else. It just resulted in an easy, unforced turnover. UCR with a chance to keep trimming this lead down. And they do. Niago. Suddenly, it is a 5-point lead. It was 11 just a moment ago. Stick around here on the WAC Digital Network. Let's see if Utah Valley can hold on.
Utah has embodied the spirit of industry. From the first transcontinental railroad to the first department store, we've led the way. As part of the Murdoch Auto team, we're proud to carry on this tradition. That's because when we say you are the heart of our business, it's more than just a slogan. It's our commitment to the values we all hold dear with no regrets. You've got to come see why you truly are the heart of our business. Murdoch Hyundai of Linden, part of the Murdoch Auto team. Click MurdochHyundaiLinden.com.
Utah Valley wanted to call a quick timeout after back-to-back buckets from UCR. Wolverines able to break the trap this time.
I know that the Wolverines want to drain the clock, but if they're going to full court press, you've got to take the fast break while it's there.
I think there's too much time on the clock to try and play conservative right now.
Yep, I agree.
Otto inside, and it rattles in for Iwodo. She's up to 10 points, a double-double for her with 10 rebounds and 5 assists. It is a 3-point lead.
And it's an 8-0 run over the last minute and a half.
Just about another
Got to
turnover.
push the pace. It's a fast break opportunity here. Take it to the rim.
Carvalho will back out.
Seven on the shot clock.
Holland for three, way too long, and we're going to have a foul as Brazlis was kind of dragged down to the ground.
Foul is on Janin Otto, her fourth personal foul. So foul trouble is becoming an issue for UCR with under 5 to go. You've got Otto with 4, Niago with 3.
Brazlis takes the inbound.
Tough foul, by the way, for UCR, as that was at the end of the shot clock.
And they
so
got
a fresh
brand new one, yeah.
shot clock for Utah Valley. A chance to drain a little clock.
Cortez turns, fires, can't hit. UCR with a huge offensive opportunity right now. Niago has been kind of the go-to player inside. The rebound goes to Brazlis. Her 12th rebound, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Leos checks in and yells, "Let's go," to her teammates. She's tired of seeing the turnovers.
That's a career high in rebounds for Eve Brazlis, and it's also her first career double-double. Quite the performance for the freshman. Yes, I love quick ball movement against the full court press. Ball will always move faster than the dribble.
Cortez down inside Holland. Backs down, gets it smacked out of play with 14 on the shot clock. 3:59 to go here in the game.
Good idea by Holland. Pass was a tad late, which allowed UCR to sneak in and deflect it. But it's a great idea. That kind of ball movement is what the Wolverines need to hold on here at home.
Leos, she fires the three, no good.
Three-and-a-half-minute scoring drought for the Wolverines right now. Can't let that affect your defensive intensity.
No, not at all, but a beautiful pass inside from Iwodo. It is a 1-point Wolverine lead.
Got to move the ball with the pass. And a timeout by Coach Nixon to bail out the Wolverines. They are in trouble as they trail. Excuse me, they don't trail, they lead by 1, but
it feels like
it is a 10-0 run. That's what I was trying to get to by UCR over the last 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Utah Valley has not scored in almost 4 minutes, 3:54. They have just gone ice cold from the field.
We mention this from time to time when the Wolverines face a full court press, but if you can break the press, there are opportunities to either get a layup or get fouled in transition.
You know, there was a play just a moment ago where they were able to break the press a little bit. Sometimes you got to really be aware of where your personnel is, where your teammates are, because if you pass it too quickly and you don't get it in the right position, it's going to get snatched up. So you want to make the quick pass, but if it's not there, attack the basket and then dump it off when you have that opportunity. So we'll see what Utah Valley does here.
Dangerous passing, but they are able to get it into the front court. If the layup is not there, definitely do what they're doing now, which is set up the half-court offense and get a quality field goal attempt.
Cortez with a long two. It's good. Big shot from Cortez. She's been quiet offensively today. Just her second shot, or second bucket today.
Ends the 4-minute scoring drought and a little momentum, a sigh of relief from this Wolverines team now.
Cooper, the three. It's no good. Holland with a good box out. I think it will go to Utah Valley, and it will.
I love the addition of Gabby Leos in this moment. She's a very good ball handler at that shooting guard position. So now you have Carvalho, Holland who can handle, and Leos. 3 players capable off the dribble.
Ball is batted out of play. We'll stay with Utah Valley. Looks like Brazlis will check in for Josie Williams.
Dribble the ball into the front court. Nice job by Carvalho.
I don't think Holland knew how open she was right there. Cortez just scored a moment ago. She'll shoot again from the same spot and is fouled. Costly foul from Cooper will send Cortez to the free throw line. These will be her first free throws today.
On the season, Cortez, a very good free throw shooter, nearly 80%. Nothing but the bottom of the net right there.
Second free throw is no good. Wolverines with a 4-point lead.
Even though she went 1 of 2, she has opened up a 2-possession lead with that first made free throw. Little breathing room with nearly 2 minutes to go.
Nice pass inside. Niago connects again. She is at the right place at the right time.
10 points for Niago now. She's the 3rd Highlander in double figures along with Otto and Iwodo. Between the 3 of them, they have 34 of the Highlanders' 49 points.
It's definitely been a 3-headed monster for them. Leos able to inbound to Cortez.
That was dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Close to a 5-second violation, but the Wolverines being trapped. Nice pass there. And Cortez, who just went 1 of 2, back to the free throw line.
I love it. I love that they had, they were doubling. She recognized that somebody was going to be open, and she exploited that and had a chance to go in. And, at this point in the game, 2 minutes to go, if you're Utah Valley, do you feel like the biggest mistake they could make is play conservative right now?
I don't know. I think it is important that you play the game like you're not trying to hold on to a lead. I think the most important thing they can do is take care of the basketball and make the easy plays.
So play smart.
Whether that's a layup, whether that's a corner 3, whatever it is, just make the simple pass, do the right thing. Fundamentals should help them close this one out.
Niago travels. Great job by the Wolverines, causing some frustration and forcing the mistake. A 3-point lead for UVU, 1:52 left, but we will have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break here. Stick around for the last 1:47.
What is it about the car shopping experience at Murdoch Hyundai that has everyone talking? Maybe it's the safety inspections or the car washes for life. It could be the price match guarantee, or maybe it's just the way you're treated. Come fall in love in Linden, Logan, and Murray at Murdoch Hyundai. Your no regrets dealer.
UC Riverside able to claw back. They're now shooting 43% from the field as a team. Definitely a big jump in this quarter from where they were, and they've been able to force some turnovers and make things a little scary for Utah Valley. The Wolverines have been in some tough spots trying to break the press as they are about to do so again. They go for the long pass, and it looks like it's going to pay off. Oh, Cortez gets it kind of stolen away, but fortunately for Utah Valley, it goes out of bounds, which will give them a chance to just inbound under the basket a lot safer than having to break the full court press.
I love the aggressive play call from Coach Nixon out of that timeout. But UCR, they've just been so good in transition defensively. Not a lot of opportunities for easy ones against this Highlander defense.
Cortez had really nowhere to go. Still skips it out to Holland.
20 seconds on the shot clock, so no need to take a difficult field goal.
Dangerous pass. Fortunate. The Wolverines have had a couple of very fortunate breaks, that being one of them right now.
That's always a dangerous pass, regardless of what time of game it is. A floater into the paint. 9 times out of 10, that's going to get deflected or stolen. Lucky that the Wolverines still have possession. There's 16 seconds on the shot clock. There's really no need to be forcing the issue at the rim right now.
Especially when UCR has shown how good they are at breaking up interior passing. Carvalho.
Plenty of time.
Right into Brazlis. Right place, right time.
New shot clock. Reset the offense. That did hit the rim. Great awareness by Coach Nixon to have Eve Brazlis get it to Carvalho, and now time to milk a little clock as they lead by 3.
Carvalho, step back jumper is short.
There was an opportunity there to definitely use more of the shot clock. She took that field goal with about 13 seconds on the shot clock. In these situations, run it down as far as you can with a lead.
Oh my, a big 3. We are notched up at 53 with 49 seconds remaining. We're going to stay right here. Oh man, you know, what you were talking about just a moment ago with Carvalho, I mean, you want to take an open shot if it's there.
No, you don't. In that situation, you want to drain the clock all the way down, because a step-back mid-range jumper will always be there at any point in the shot clock, at any point. And so in that situation, you had to drain the clock. I mean, you want to get a good shot, but it doesn't matter if it's a good shot at 20 seconds left. There's 49 seconds to go. At that point, as soon as you get below 60 seconds, the number one priority is draining the clock. Number one. I mean, you want to score, but at 13 seconds on the shot clock, it's not a bad shot, but it's not advantageous to do so at that point in the shot clock. And so that particular sequence isn't going to win or lose you the game. Right. There's still a lot of game to go, but you got to be smart in these situations, and especially when you get an offensive rebound, that's an opportunity to really take some clock off. So now the Wolverines forget about the lead, forget about the situation. Now it's take a smart shot whenever it is.
Holland has to pick up her dribble. 15 on the shot clock. Now down to 30 seconds left on the game clock. Cortez, a long 2. It's good!
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Cortez, ice water in the veins. 2 big field goals in the latter stages of this fourth quarter. One of the best characteristics of Cortez's game is that she has a short memory. Doesn't matter what happened the previous possession. She's always willing to let it fly. And in that situation, a big, big bucket from Cortez to give them the lead. Wow, really impressive. And she has such a smooth stroke.
She always plays with confidence. Every time you see her shoot the ball, there's not an ounce of second guessing what she's doing. You know, what if she gets blocked, so be it. If she gets fouled, so be it. But she is going to shoot in her natural shooting motion, doesn't change anything about it, and she shoots as if no one's there. So I think it's been really impressive the way that she's done that. You can take
Let's
a look
go to
on
the replay.
Yes.
Yeah. So right here, you got Leos breaking it down. She's going to hand it off to Cortez. They switch defenders. There's a little miscommunication. A beautiful screen from Holland, which opens up Cortez. No hesitation. And now it comes to the defensive side of things.
Can the Highlanders respond with a shot of their own?
Almost a steal from Leos there. 14 on the game clock.
A three is on the way. No good. Rebound. Cortez comes up with it. The Wolverines call timeout wisely with 5.2 remaining.
We might have a foul before the timeout. One official showed foul, but they're going to grant the timeout instead.
It did look like Brazlis
I might have preferred the foul because
right.
It would have been the 5th team foul on UCR, which would have been 1-1 and a chance to ice the game from the free throw line. However, Wolverines in a great position. Most importantly, inbound the ball. And even if you don't make a pass, well, actually I take that back. You do have to make a pass because UCR does have the possession arrow, so you can't afford for a
Don't
jump
let them
ball.
wrap you up, yeah.
Yep. You got to move the ball quickly. And if you can just, that first pass, they're going to look to trap. If you can make the second pass, then they're going to look to foul, and then there's a chance to win the game from the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, but I love how you brought that up about the jump ball aspect, because one of these Wolverine players may think, oh, they're going to foul me and I'm going to go to the free throw line.
Not so fast.
But if they wrap it up, suddenly change of possession, and it's a whole different story. So that hopefully we don't see that play out right now, but that could make things very interesting if it happens.
I'm sure that's being covered in the timeout with Coach Nixon, a seasoned vet. I believe she's in her 24th season. I was going to say 23rd, but 24th year.
Yep.
2 passes and 2 free throws, and you hang on in what's been a very tight back-and-forth basketball game.
Leos will inbound.
They get it to Holland. Got to make that second pass, but they do foul.
They had a chance to get in there and force the jump ball.
And now Jordan Holland with a chance to end the game with 2 made free throws. She is 3 of 6 from the free throw line today.
She buries the free throw.
.9 seconds to go. No timeouts for UCR, so they've got to go fast. 3 seconds.
Leos comes up with the steal, and that will do it. A big home victory. Leos yells with satisfaction. 56-53 is your final score. We're going to take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU. Inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Kengar Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University Athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Kengar Volkswagen. We hear you.
Joined by Eve Braslis, fresh off her first career double-double and a career-high 14 rebounds. That was a wild finish. How were you guys able to hang on there at the end?
Honestly, it was just execution. We just knew defensive stops, and we knew we could score on offense. And that's what our coaches told us, and it just worked. We all had energy. We were all on the same page, and I guess that's how we got it.
What was the vibe of the team after UCR was able to tie the game at 53 and then Cortez with the go-ahead jumper?
That was wild. We all really got around Lex. I mean, we know she's a great shooter. Shooting under pressure is her thing. And, I mean, we got a couple of easy turnovers, which we shouldn't have gotten. But I think we still had control of the game, which is what kind of let us get that win.
Final question for you. What can the team learn from a situation in which you had an 11-point lead, it slipped away, and then you were able to make a play at the end and win it?
Honestly, keep that lead, you know. We shouldn't have lost it in the first place.
Yep.
We just got to, I guess, extend that lead and get better at our offense against the press, which we know we can do. We just keen to get into the gym again after Christmas and work on that again.
Awesome. Well, Merry Christmas. Thank you for stopping by. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests. From innovative exercise science, outdoor recreation to STEM programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
We're joined by Coach Nixon in a wild game in which the Wolverines are now 6-6 on the year. How are you guys able to hang on there after losing that 11-point lead?
Well, we got stops on the defensive end. You know, Eve was huge, 14 rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
Alexis, you know, as much as she can score the ball, what I really care about for her is rebounding. She had 7 rebounds. Madison was 6. So, you know, we got a little sideways with some turnovers there, but you know, I thought we showed growth from the last time that happened, and we're able to get the stops we needed to and regain our composure. So really proud of these girls. You know, 500's not a bad place to be with as many young players as we have, and I know for myself I'll have a lot more peaceful, restful Christmas going into it with the win. So these games are hard. You know, when I told the girls yesterday, I said, you know, don't go on vacation today because it's hard. They're all packed and ready to go, and we're all looking forward to a little bit of a break. But I was really proud of the way that they were just focused and intentional with their energy, and glad for them to get a win.
What area of the game were you most impressed with? Because you out-rebounded UCR, and you held them to 32% field goal percentage, which was well below their season average. So what area were you really pleased with there?
Well, you know, defensively, you know, we had a 9-point quarter there in the second quarter, 12 points in the third. And our goal is 15 points per quarter, and I felt like defensively we were really good. You know, Riverside is such a long, athletic team, and you have to kind of pick your poison, try to take away some of their strengths, which I felt like we did. They hurt us a little bit in the paint there in the fourth quarter, but we had resolve and energy, and we're able to take that away when it really mattered.
We'll finish with this before we let you out on your Christmas break, but you're 6-6. There's one more non-conference game before conference play. Where is the team in relation to where you thought they would be after 12 games?
You know, I feel like we're in a good place. We're gaining momentum, and you know, those 3 weeks that we were injured and on the road, I feel like really provided opportunities for growth. And I'll give you one example. You know, Sophia before Maria got hurt, didn't really have her confidence and her legs under, and during that time when she had to carry the bulk of the minutes, I think she was doing what she did today because of those minutes that she played when Maria's out. So I feel like we're on, you know, our trajectory is where we want it to be. And
great.
We'll look forward to some rest. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Kyle.
Hey, thank you, Coach. Merry Christmas to you. Enjoy the break, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Coach. Wolverines at 500, 6-6. And you got to really credit the defense, as Coach Nixon mentioned, where they were able to hold UCR to 32% shooting. They made enough plays there at the end of the game to hang on for victory. Credit to Alexis Cortez, the go-ahead bucket when it was tied at 53, and the Wolverines win 56-53. So we'll finish it up here in the UCCU arena, where the Wolverines will head out on the road one more time before conference play. I'm Matthew Baiamonte. Kyle Bruder is with me as well. Merry Christmas. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time.